Most of the developing countries rank the lowest among the nations in terms of basic government services like education and healthcare. The challenges become even more profound when these countries face a democracy or dictatorship where the political interference has destroyed the core of the bureaucratic structure. But all is not lost, since many reforms over the past few decades put in place by many of these governments have at least paved the way for a more progressive and effective performance management system. This pavement has created an opportunity for all developing countries, since scientific performance management is only about 100 years old, even for developed countries. To understand this opportunity, let us go back in history. While we can trace records of evaluating students in the early universities as well as soldiers for physical and mental strength hundreds of years ago, bureaucracies have been evaluating employee performance for thousands of years. Chinese civil servants and military officers underwent mental, moral and physical fitness evaluations as far back as 200 BCE. According to the research by Daniel Weiss and Ronald Buckley, published in Journal of Management History on 1st September 1998. In the Middle Ages, European guilds used evaluations for certifying craftsmen as masters, and early universities used exams to evaluate students of divinity and the liberal arts. Most notable among them are the University of Bologna in Italy, founded in 1088, and University of Al-Qarawiyyin in Fez, Morocco, founded 859 AD, and is recognized by Guinness World Records as the oldest existing educational institution. However, a scientifically backed performance management solution is only about 100 years old. Frederick Taylor in 1911 proposed an efficiency model that became the basis of the modern performance management system and showed the world that the properly designed scientific performance management program can improve productivity and efficiency. Frederick Taylor's scientific management theory, also called the classical management theory, proved to be one of the most influential works in performance management system around the world. Frederick Winslow Taylor's scientific management theory has 4 core principles. First is developing a science for each work element. Second is scientifically selecting and training workers. Third principle is cooperating with them to ensure tasks follow scientific methods. And the last is dividing responsibility almost equally between managers who are planning the work and workers who are executing the work. Frederick Taylor himself says the larger profit will come to the whole world in general. That is why in the beginning when I said employers and employees both make more money, in fact I was quoting Frederick Winslow Taylor from his article, The Principles of Scientific Management, page 141, published in 1911. And here is what I said on
बुध 7 जनवरी 2026.
It has also helped many of my previous employers and employees make a lot more money and made them a lot more happier. My dear friends, now that we have discussed in detail the dilemma of performance management system in the developing countries as well as the history of performance management and performance evaluation, let us now try to understand the basic concept and meaning of performance management. In broader sense, it is a collaborative process in which managers and employees work together to plan and monitor work, and also includes review of employees' objectives and input in the organization according to Bodex and Chikoto in 2008. Performance management can also be understood as a tool in order to extract the performance information and using that information to align firms' goals and objectives according to Hikila and ISIT in 2007. Hence, performance management, if accurately established, has a very close link with the firm's goals and objectives and in turn, of course, with the firm's output. Dear friends, here it is also important to understand what we mean by high performance or high productivity. Interestingly, the literature by Kademian in 2009 suggests that there is a lot of confusion and lack of clarity as to what constitutes high performance among employees and managers. Further, the evidence according to Kadimian suggests that there is little or no discussion in firms to what is high performance. Usually, high productivity or annual profit is associated with high performance. But academics like Cook in 2006 disagree with this view and state that high levels of profits is just a small part of what we consider high performance to be. Many times the information extracted from these performance models are not properly implemented because the concept of high performance is not clear. Dear friends, further, some firms' data according to Christopher Pollitt in 2006 suggested that due to lack of clarity on high performance, it increases anxiety among employees who were rated on the lower scale. For instance, they did not know why they were rated 3 on the performance scale of 5. The managers themselves were not clear as to what they meant by high performance and subsequently were unable to give their employees a proper feedback. This resulted in creating anxiety and stress among the employees and managers. Moreover, it formed a negative image of the performance management model. My dear friends, one of my personal experience is Mr. Malik, a friend of mine and a seasoned business leader, who explains it through his personal example. According to him, he lost faith in the system because his non-achievements were more than his achievements. Yet, he got more than what, in his opinion, his due share was. In other words, he was rated as 2 on a scale of 1 to 5. According to him, he got more than what he deserved. No one explained to him the basis of this rating. No discussion took place. Employee and supervisor discussion, which is at the heart of the performance management program, did not take place at all. Though he was a beneficiary of the failure of the system, but he feels that next time tides can take a U-turn and he will have no say or control over it. It is clear from the examples that employees were aware of the fact that they were not performing well, but logical information was not communicated to them in order to improve their current performance. For developing countries which are currently struggling with the literacy rate, have to take care of this problem as well. According to S.N. McVie in 2004, developing countries as well as the firms in developing countries have to be clear in their objectives before establishing these models about what they actually expect from these models. But again, not all organizations have this problem. Firms which had clarity on high performance were able to take the feedback from the models and implement it effectively. According to the study titled as Mediating Effect of Performance Management by Walker, Davenport and Devesi, published in 2011. So the million-dollar question is, why some organizations consistently achieve great performance and rest fall below expectations? The answer is science-practice gap. I will explain this science-practice gap in the next episode of Performance Management Information Series and how does it restrict organizations in their ability to get the best results.
Please follow CAFE Associates on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn.